Hey everybody, this is Austin on Sugar here, and we're going to be doing a breakthrough, not a playthrough, of Sonic Adventure. This will be the Xbox Live version, because it's the one I have most readily available. So yeah, let's, without further ado, get started with this thing. Yeah, we're going to be running just through Sonic's story, maybe from the very beginning up until around Red Mountain or so. Just, you'll see why when we get there. Yeah, so welcome to the world of Sonic Adventure. Project Chaos should remix this song too, or these songs in general, as the original soundtrack of this game. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Can you imagine what they'd do to Amy's theme? Anyway, yes, this is Sonic Adventure. Oh, hello, Wall Jump. Glad you made your grand return in Sonic 06. The strange running on walls, etc. Oh yeah, this is happening. I love that line, even though it's so cheesy. And it's funny because this is the first time that random pieces of scenery were actually capable of moving pretty far. Like what you saw there with the police cars. At any rate, entering battle. Monsters, fight! Entering Perfect Chaos. Hello, Perfect Chaos. Or not perfect, whatever you are. You're just Chaos Zero. You're pathetic, but you can't be shot. Not really. You're only surrounded on both sides. If you can jump down from the ceiling and then eventually jump up on top of those street posts up there, surely you can jump over this building.
Lock on target, man. Ready? Fire!
Oh my god, it's guns in a Sonic game. Surely this is some work of pure evil. Quickly, 4Kids representatives, censor this! Now, I'm pretty sure that dude right there, yeah, he does one last shot as if it'll do something.
This could be fun.
Now, were those air bubbles there in Chaos before, he got shot, or is the air bubbles there because he got shot? I don't know. I'll have to look back in the replay footage. Texty, tell me. Okay, there we go. Anyway, this is Chaos Zero. Pathetic boss number 101. Now, I absolutely love this dude. He's, in my eyes, a very good opening boss, because, I mean, this was our first time playing Sonic in 3D. Sonic R doesn't count. And, a boss that, wow, that was fast. I mean, he didn't even shoot at me up there. And for a boss that, can go down and, as you can see, just over 20 seconds, he certainly does his job well of introducing a player to what to do. You jump and hit him. Not that there's much to get used to, but you know what I mean. Isn't that, like, helicopter gonna question why there's a blue... Oh, well. Never mind. Come on, you big drip. Where are you going? Some of these lines, very 90s-esque. I mean, it's when I was born. I mean, I guess I should be like this, too, shouldn't I? Kids these days, computers, internet, mobile phones, it drives you mad. And unbeknownst to Sonic, he was being watched by a mysterious figure.
You know nothing, fool.
It's Chaos, the god of destruction, who went down with 3 hits. Ha ha ha! So that was interesting, at least. I always liked him because he's just an introduction to the homing attack, is all Chaos really is. There's no other point to him. Ah, the opening stage. I always just love the way that Station Square's environment changes as you go near each world. It looks very natural that, like...
Huh?
Except for the couple, like, sand hills inside of a cave for whatever reason.
What?
And that's an incredibly orange model of Tails.
Watch out! You're gonna crash!
Anyway, Emerald Coast is a beach next to the city. Windy Valley, you get launched into the air. I mean, these really realistic-ish sort of, entrances into stages were really what made me really enjoy this game. Hello, NPCs that popped out of nowhere. Are you Mr. Know-It-All? Yeah, you're gonna complain about the camera, aren't you? Don't worry if the view suddenly changes. That's us fiddling around with a camera that doesn't work properly. I mean, they put that guy in there just so he can apologize for the camera. Well, actually, he does some other stuff later on, too. Like, he tells you that if you hold A longer, you can jump higher. Really? I didn't know that. I mean, what a shocker. I mean, it's only been in every 2D game. However, this being my first Sonic game, this was new to me if I didn't play 64 first. You know, Super Mario 64. Which I think is still the best game ever made. And I know a lot of people are going to complain about that. But anyway, yeah, this is my favorite Sonic game. It's not the best made, I'd say, because Sonic 3 and Knuckles will probably forever hold that, knowing the, you know, the way that games are made nowadays. But this game is fun in its own right, and I absolutely love it. And we're running up the wall! Yeah, major shortcut for those who are interested. Falling into the gap is not a major shortcut for those interested. Does this look remotely like a lighthouse to you? I mean, I can sort of see how they'd say, yeah, that's a mirror. Can you see the light shining out of it? It looks like text. Anyway, on to the rest of the level. Now, this theme in itself is a nice continuation of Azure Blue World. What's this called? Windy and Ripley, I think. But I'll be damned if I don't absolutely love the first game much more, or the first level song much more. You know, the when June really gets into that whining guitar near near the third verse, I guess you could call it, of or the third chorus of Azure Blue World, only available on the soundtrack and not actually in the stage. I mean, it just gets really impressive. Anyway, yeah, I have no idea what this donut thing is here for. It just looks cool. Anyway. Whee! And adding 10 seconds onto the clock, preventing me from making it under the time limit. Granted, if I actually was doing a speed run of this, I'd be here a lot faster. But, oh well.
Not bad.
You bet it wasn't bad. I found Tails, who's not recognizing that I'm here because that cutscene isn't playing. Oh well. Enter Station Square.
Hey, Sonic.
Why is that gate over there blocking us from Emerald Coast? What, didn't you see them pull it up as soon as we got back in? I mean, after all, we couldn't have just, you know, walked through that, so there must have been something else there.
That was a test run using a new prototype propulsion system.
What 8-year-old talks like this? Speaking of which, what 8-year-old has two tails that aren't connected with his body? I mean, if you look at the join to them, they're nowhere near. Anyway, ta-da! It's a Chaos Emerald!
Whoa! A chaos.
You'll never get that reaction out of a character again. Ever. I mean, like, even in, like, the later games, they don't even, like, make any big deal. Hey, Shadow, that's a Chaos Emerald. You're gonna get the second one in this level, and then magically always appear near the, Chaos Emerald in future games. Isn't that good to know?
It's in the Mystic Ruins. The fastest way is by train. Let's go!
Let's go on a train when you could just run. Now, before we get onto the train to go to the Mystic Ruins, I'd like to show off something stupid. Hello, TV monitor. You know how we're not supposed to get the Ancient Light yet? You know, or not the Ancient Light, but the, whatever it's called. You know, that thing. The, Crystal Ring. There we go. Shall we get it now? Shoot. This might take me a few tries. Let's try that again. Shall we? Shall we? Ugh. There we go. Shall we get this now? Before we even get the Lightspeed Dash. Speaking of which, this is going to be our, you know, the first of many sequence breakers we get.
This reduces the time needed to store power for the Lightspeed Dash.
The Lightspeed what now? I'm sorry, I've never heard of this random floating pink light bubble. In fact, that might even be, depending on how good you are in the game, that might be, in this case it is, the first time we hear Tikal speak.
Take the train to the Mystic Ruins.
Now, when I was younger, since I was like 4 when I first played this game, I never questioned it. Hello, Mr. Know-It-All. Are you going to tell us to jump higher? Yes, you are. Goodbye. Did you know that? Yes, I did. I've played this game before. Now, before we move on to Mystic Ruins, I'm gonna just spin dash off and grab this. Why? Just because. In the meantime, that right there, the going up the stairs and hanging in the air for a long time, That's our moon jump for the game. Very, very overly useful in certain scenes. As I'll show you later. Welcome to the Mystic Ruins. This place is large, but not nearly as large as Soliana Forest, the world's biggest ripoff of the Mystic Ruins. Let's see, can I get up here? Nope, 2 different textures of walls means only this one is runnable. Oh well.
If it isn't Sonic!
Now, one thing I really like about the dialogue in this game is the fact that because you're playing Sonic's story and Sonic is self-centered, he hears, well, if it isn't Sonic. Then when you play as when you play as Tails, it's, well, if it isn't Sonic and Tails. Because, as you all know, Tails wants the credit he deserves. You always leave all the tech work to me. Anyway.
What do you want?
I want all of the Chaos Emeralds! Better not interfere! Or else!
Or else.
Or else what? You big
He makes a lot of threats in this game and then never carries through them.
Take them from you by force! The hard way!
Well, this isn't really forced. This is more like I added rocket boosters to my Eggomatic. Happy? Granted, this is totally fine for a boss fight. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that literally all it is a couple more polygons added to the already existing stuff. But it still works fine for the real first boss of the game. You know, this is really where your skills are first tested. Unless, of course, you want a sequence break, which I'm going to. Just because I can. Let's see if I can get all the rings here. Now, where did these other rings come from? I mean, there's only 15 here, yet somehow I got 2 others. Break the game! He's hurrah! Yes. Yes, Robotnik. I'm hurrah! Okay, sirrah, sirrah. What will be, will be.
Play with you some other time.
See, that took 30 seconds. These bosses are incredibly easy now that, you know, I know what to do. The first time I play this game, you don't want to know how many times I've died against all of these. But, whatever. It was still a fun game, and in its own right, it was amazing. And there's the hitting the ground sound effect before and after I hit the ground, but not during. It's like we want to surround when we hit the ground. 2 different claw animations. One goes up, one goes down. There's 2 separate claws in that scene, people. Isn't that pathetic?
Come on, Chaos! Time to eat!
Time to eat what?
Chaos?
Well, if he's called Chaos, does he eat Chaos Emeralds, maybe? Now, how did Eggman know that Chaos was his name?
Oh no, isn't that the same monster I saw the other day?
And the emerald is moving backwards from his hand animation. It's almost like Froggy at the end, only that's worse. In Big Story, when Froggy's going the wrong way, only in the DX version, mind you, is it so badly programmed. It's almost as if they got the timing wrong for no reason.
Increases every time I feed him a Chaos Emerald!
So, these stone tablets he's talking about here, what are they? I've never seen them. Some people say it's the mural in Lost World, but I really don't know. If anything, I'd say the stone tablets sound more like the 10 Commandments. So it's like, you know, do not take the name thy Lord thy God in vain. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. Thou shalt not give Chaos Emeralds to gigantic water creatures named Chaos, or save else. They'll turn into gigantic monsters. So, let me explain the plot to you guys who didn't get it the first time. Anyway, now we're off. So, Tails, what exactly did you want to show me at the workshop again? Oh, this? What is this thing? You know, this always, I thought, looked like its own emerald. Like, almost as if, they were almost trying to go for a little subplot where these keys somehow have some sort of prevalence over the storyline, like, oh my god, it's floating! Like, you know, the key holds the key to something, or something stupid like that. Anyway, whee!